Daryl Page has a question here that you're certainly going to have to take on because I'm not understanding the relevance of it based on his current weight, dimensions versus the position and all that. So if you can make anything out of it, go to it.
Okay, so the question is about James Williams. James Williams, 5-star recruit, number 1 safety in America, 6'5", 220. Plays safety. Massive. Lots of people thought that he was going to outgrow safety at the high school level. Said that, hey, he's going to be an outside backer, whatever. And James, searches his name on Twitter and will quote tweet it and say, "Nah, I'm a safety." And we're like, I don't know. You're, 6'4", 190 pounds as a 10th grader. Grew an inch and gained 30 pounds, 25, 30 pounds between 10th and 12th grade, but still played safety, played damn well. So he's profiling right now to stay there. And maybe, he can come down in the box. He has this incredible physicality. He's abnormally sized for someone of that position. But the question is, how long until he's 225 to 235? He's a cheeseburger away from 225. You know what I mean? Like, literally, like a cheeseburger, a nice big one from the tub or something, like from 225. He's a couple protein shakes and a bunch of squats from 230. I think it's more about, 1, his desire, and 2, his overall physicality. Because somebody who's that big, your bone structure is going to weigh. So, like, him being 230 isn't changing too much. You know what I mean? If his body composition completely changes, then maybe. But James Williams is good enough at safety for us to run that out there and say, until you prove that you can't hack it by your performance and/or you just completely outgrow this. Since people are talking, since these Florida State morons continue talking, I'm going to use somebody from Florida State as an example of someone who outgrew their position, and it was mandated because of their changed physicality that they changed position. I have one seminal name, and there's been pieces written about this person. Mark, do you know the name I'm thinking?
Do I know the name?
The name I'm thinking of someone who went to Florida State at one position and one size, for whatever reason, became this completely other size, and then changed his position because of that.
That's a great question.
It's like the one best example you can have.
Offense or defense?
Offense.
Shoot, I'm not coming up with it, and I know I'll kick myself when I.
He was. Yeah, it was written in 2013. You should look it up. The Legend of Dan Kendra.
Oh, Dan Kendra. Yeah, that's
Dan
right.
Kendra, who came in as a blue chip quarterback and blew his knee out.
Yeah.
And in his rehab from his torn knee, gained 70 pounds of muscle and turned into a fullback. If you saw Dan Kendra, go look it up. It was written on SB Nation, February of 2013. The Legend of Dan Kendra. He's 6'2", 190. He ended up 6'2", like 255, 260 almost. Of muscle, because he just got in the weight room when he couldn't walk and started lifting, and then with his rehab and kept lifting and went from this stick to this dude. And that was what precipitated the change. He couldn't go back to be quarterback anymore. And they moved on. They had other players and everything like that. If you undergo that kind of physical change with James Williams, right? I don't think that the barrier for James Williams to move to linebacker is 235. Because I think that he can wear 235 because he's 6'5", almost 6'6", and still look like a safety. I think that he would have to be a 245, 250 or up guy, pretty much, to really have his body change that much to then say, let's walk him down. And again, James Williams is good enough at the position of safety, at this uncommon size, where Miami is best served to at least try him there. Plus the fact you also have the transfer portal. And if you do to him what Florida State did to Anquan Bolden, which is have him have 2 snaps at quarterback when he first got there and say, hey, we need somebody in the receiver line. Would you just pop over there for a little bit? Never to be seen a quarterback again, right? Stayed there, did that, was a great player, NFL, all that stuff. You try to do something like that to James Williams, he's gone. You know, a couple reps with T-Rob and the safeties and everything. Hey, man, you know, like Al Golden did that 1 day or 2 days in practice that one time. Hey, David Njoku, let's take the number 86 off you. Let's give you number 50 and put you at linebacker. That was a 2-day experiment, and that ended. If you did something again like that with James Williams, he's going to be out of here. So he's uncommonly sized. He's uncommonly greatly talented for someone of that size of safety, and can still probably gain 15 or 20 pounds and not lose that much athleticism. So for me, 235, 240, you're still going to have him there. 240 gets to be maybe the conversation point for me. But it's going to take a lot to really move him down. And even though he's gotten bigger, both bulk-wise and height-wise, he still was the number 1 safety recruit in America. So is it possible that down the line, James Williams becomes a linebacker? Yes, of course. I'm not going to say it's impossible. It's possible. I think it is, at present, more far-fetched than certainty that some people think. But that's me. Joe Zucci, no. Next question.
The Florida State, Miami, which of course this is a Miami live stream, so I'll just isolate on Florida State. The Florida State Venom is at a higher than usual pitch tonight for some reason.
You know, it's the thing where hit dogs holler. You know, if they're on the bottom and we, you know, hit them and ran over them and, you know, turned them into roadkill year after year after year, they're going to be hollering. You know, it's, you know, they are right now. At one time, they were the big dogs. And they would show up and they would bark and everybody else would go scurrying. Right now, you're like my mom's Pomeranian. 8 pounds, most of it fur, yap, 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 but no bite to it. And when that big Doberman turns around, which happened one time when I was walking my mother's dog, going up the stairs to a different building over by my townhouse, that dog stopped on the stairs when the owner was walking it up. Woof! One good time. That dog would not go outside to use the bathroom anymore. I had to get pee pads and everything because he's like, I remember that big dog. And I thought I was yapping. And that big dog yapped. And I'm good off of it. Florida State, y'all used to be that Doberman. Now you're the Pomeranian. Sorry, bro.